Hello, people, it's Cole. Today we'll be flipping through Martha Stewart Living. This issue is from February 1999. We'll be talking about the very best browns, a celebration of the color brown, and how cool it is. There's also an article about communicating with pets, which I do need some rather desperate help with. My cat Chew and I are not on the same page about who's in charge, who's the big baby, and who's the little daddy in this relationship. I'm here for you every week with a vintage magazine flip through. So stay right here with me, and let's get started. Okay, so on the cover, well, it's Martha. Who else? Martha Stewart is living under a pile of cats. Expensive gray cats, to be exact. I'm sure she's a wonderful pet owner. Very fancy gold upholstered chair. There's a little book vignette with some roses back here and a kind of low, wide, complicated looking arrangement. That's just Martha for you, hanging out at home with the expensive cats, reading stacks and stacks of old, dusty books. She looks quite cute. I do like this era for her, for her hair, this kind of long, layery shag hairstyle, and her makeup, and I just think she looks fresh and lovely. It is an overall brown color story. We even have a brown block up here to celebrate those best browns, so that's the vibe is brown. Let's get started. Wow. Thinking about spring, it's just around the corner. We're doing some lazy, flopped in the dirt, lazy gardening with a cozy trailing pink cardigan and a lost sun hat. This is giving Christina's World is what this is giving, right? Andrew Wyeth. Who knows if that's intentional or not. Whoa, cool. Make light of the dark. Uncircle for under eye circles. This is what a great fashion photo. That's so cool. Estee Lauder. Martha's calendar. We love to read Martha's calendar because she's always up to the most interesting things. There's a recurring event every Tuesday where she's on CBS This Morning, like a morning show. We're doing some Valentine's Day prep work, baking and freezing Valentine's Day cookies, decorating cookies. We're also celebrating our cat's birthday, Verdi and Vivaldi's birthday. My cats, not the composers. They're twins, I guess, of the same litter. Quite a few spare days in this calendar, I have to say. Maybe it's a little bit of a quiet month for Martha. Gotta fold in time to cuddle those cats, That could be an all-day affair if you're buried under enough of them. Okay, this is interesting. Cybill Shepherd for Glotion Skin Brightening Moisturizer by Ultima 2. I am not familiar with this brand or this product, but I am familiar with the fact that Miss Cybill Shepherd must have been very shortly after being in this ad, starring in Martha Inc., that horrible movie, that horrible made-for-TV, smear movie about Martha Stewart. She started in it as Martha Stewart, and I know that the real Martha Stewart, hated that and hated her for being in this ridiculous movie. So isn't that funny that the calm before the storm? Wow. A letter from Martha. Let's hear what she has to say. There she is with another cat, by the way, right up there. On December 8th, www.marthastewart.com conducted its very first live chat. Amazing. In the lingo of the internet, A chat is a way for users of a site to correspond in real time. Questions can be asked and answered, dialogues can be established, and friendships can be formed. In 1 hour, we received more than 8,000 questions that we expect to be the genesis of Ask Martha, our new project that will enable our readers, viewers, and website visitors to inquire about anything to do with the immense subject of living. Wow. She's so, like, on the pulse with internet culture, ahead of the curve with internet culture in 1999. That is so cool. I love this little like moment in time. This is funny. There were questions of a personal nature that were quite humorous, such as, why do you pronounce the H in herb? Which she does do and still does that. Why does she pronounce the H in herb? You know, she's just got to be a little different. Very big. Very big. It's a big magazine, you know, ample space for nice big double-page ads like this Viennese chocolate cafe, international coffees, getaway fantasy on a splintery old Adirondack chair with a straw hat. Gotta have it. And a dusty old book. They got everything. More early, not early. I mean, the internet's been around for around for a long time before 1999, but Moore's sort of like the birth of the internet being very accessible to many people, most people. Right here on this ad, go from the dance floor to the trading floor in your pajamas, your fine silken pajamas. You know, like a pajama set with the button down top. I'm sure Martha wears those. You know what I mean. This is a Netscape Navigator ad. Netscape. Webmail, search engines. Oh my god. I love like prepared food ads in magazines like this. Old vintage pre-prepared convenience foods is so fun to me because the ads are always so narrative. You know, they have to be fun and they got to be about like being a busy mom and stuff like that, which I'm into. So you cook skillet sensations by Stouffer's. We're pouring all of these ingredients out of this frozen bag into your skillet. There you go. And there's also like a lean cuisine format. Very fun, lively, floating vegetables and pasta pieces. Oh my god. John Frieda Sheer Blonde Highlight Activating Shampoo and Conditioner. Okay. Those are the blondes. Question to the blondes, the old blondes out there like me. Did you use this product? Because I did. I distinctly remember using this in like the 2004 to 2006, 7 type of a range. Like when I was in like a senior in high school and then early in college, I used this. So optimistic that this would actually do something. It really didn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It certainly doesn't make you look like these robotic Swedish triplets up here. No. Maybe my hair is just too dishwater ugly and I couldn't be saved. Dessert of the month. Cour à la crème. It's a romantic dessert for Valentine's Day. A little heart-shaped something or other with rose petals and pomegranate seeds. Very inviting. Very pink. Spiegel. An ad for Spiegel. The Spiegel catalog. The moment you light a candle, even a rotten day can disappear. That's a quote from Karen Stone, police officer and mother of two. That's her. Wow. Finding ways to squeeze fun and romance into a full schedule can at times seem overwhelming, so live by the book. Spiegel. Love Spiegel. I have Spiegel videos. Watch them. More to come. And, oh my god, ooh, special gift to Martha subscribers. Gift offer. Get your 500-page Spiegel Spring catalog, a $5 merchandise certificate, and a lime-twisted paper bag for only $5. So here's this lime-twisted paper bag, which it says paper bag, but it looks kind of like a woven, whatever, straw-type bag. It has like an embroidered flower on it, and there's your sunglasses hanging off. Free bag, free $19.99 tote bag. Spiegel is so generous. Do you think Karen Stone carries this lime-twisted paper bag with her when she's patrolling the streets with her gun in hand? Probably. There's those low kind of pedestal bowl flower arrangements that Martha likes to do, right? There's that one right there. And here's this one as well. Rosy, all roses for February, for romance. Wow. On this side, like a laser cut Hallmark card. It's a card, it's a gift. It's a card, it's a gift. It's a laser cut like mermaid card, which is pretty cool. On this side, Martha's doing all kinds of like home remedies for being sick in the winter. We're doing homemade lozenges, like for your sore throat, you know? Natural remedy lozenges with like echinacea and peppermint oil and things. Guess you kind of make it like a hard candy. And then, oh yeah, they're wrapped up right there. We're making scented hand towels. We're making lemon sugar. Just little things to make you feel like you don't want to die in the winter. Whoa. Life is a ribbon. Are you tying yours into knots or bows? Oh my god, I love that. I've never heard that before. That's so clever. Wow. Tension Tamer, Celestial Seasonings, that's you. Adrift in a rowboat. Wow. Are you tying your ribbon into knots or bows? Bows, of course. Javalia. I feel like every time I go to the thrift store, there's one of these Javalia coffee makers there. Is it free? Is that why? Is that why they're just always floating around everywhere? I do quite like this ad. I remember this ad campaign from way back when. I thought it was very beautifully illustrated, even though, I wasn't drinking coffee. Oh, communicating with pets. Right over here. I almost missed it. Let's see. If anyone overheard the silly things you say to your pet, you'd probably be embarrassed. But there's nothing wrong with talking to animals. Oh, it's like literally talking to them. It's not like communicating a desired behavior or something. Indeed, we may be so intimate with our animals precisely because they do not speak. They listen to us and they communicate with us, but they do not have the capability to use words that can cause misunderstandings. Wow. The fact that the animal cannot speak is one reason why that the bond is so relaxed. Animals keep conversation going by giving knowing looks full of feeling and acknowledgement. They are intimates because they cannot talk. They ask no questions. They say no words that hurt. They offer no advice. This is like very, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be so poetic. This is quite a lengthy article. It keeps going. I'm not gonna be able to read the whole thing. I'll have to maybe read it later. But it's pretty cool. It's a lot more in depth than I expected it to be. I do need to talk about like the girlfriends, gal pals that are Clorox bottles. Neat, bleach free. You're pretty smart to clean and brighten colors like me without bleach. Being smart just runs in the family. They're sisters. They're sisters. Being smart runs in the family. Look at their little like chicken wing arms. This is some little inserted shorter or smaller page thing. A couple in all white holding hands and being romantic, eating on a glass table. It's Wedgwood. Wedgwood china. Here's the underside of that table. We get to see up at the Wedgwood labels. That's cute. It's kind of cute. Wedgwood is like wedding china. I think of it that way, which I think is exactly what we're denoting by we're being in all white, and it's like romantic young couple. We're entering wedding season, getting ideas to buy wedding gifts. Okay. Oh my god, I remember this. I remember this. Like crocodile alligator ad campaign, like with a alligator walking around and this woman. Lubriderm, like alligator skin. Dry skin is one thing, but extra dry skin is a whole different animal. Do you remember this? Like the alligator walking around with the white background? It's a commercial, but it's also, I guess, a print ad. $275 egg-shaped San Francisco music box, which is insane. Made of 18 karat gold, and it plays, when you open it, it plays Unchained Melody. For who? I don't know. I don't know what person wants something like this. We're talking a lot about organization. This is an organization section that's all about books and print materials. It talks about where you can put books in your home, make a library in your bedroom. Books are objects of beauty that deserve a place of prominence, organized by subjects so you can easily find those you need. I agree. Beautiful books, beautiful magazines. I have glass bookcases in my office because I love my magazines and I do want to see them. Tips on caring for books. Don't stress the spines. Add horizontal, narrow shelves for tall, like really tall books like that. To retrieve a book, push in the books at either side and pull gently. Never hook your finger over the top of the spine. I learned that. I know that. I've worked in libraries for many years. I don't anymore, but I worked in the Ryerson Library in the Art Institute of Chicago for 4 years. And we did do this, following best practices to preserve the health of our dusty old, they weren't dusty, they were clean, but our old, antique, expensive, rare books. Here's the beginning of our sort of like Martha February focus. And here's the beginning of the Brown article. Brown. A beautiful brown, cozy bed vignette. Brown is among the most comforting of colors, that of earth itself. Warm and natural, its tones have a settling effect on the psyche and the soul. Indeed, what could be more reassuring than the color of the ground we walk on? Brown has substance. It also has mystery. Against a rich dark brown, the subtle highlights of objects and people become more noticeable and somehow more beautiful. Wow. There's this inserted little like text block in the middle that's all different kind of brown. I would interpret it as like color names, but it's also brown objects. Coffee, teak, terracotta, wet clay, ginger, chestnut. You see. Tea bath. So this is red browns right here. And then we're talking about black browns right here. This is beautiful. This brown glass display and these twin lamps. I love this. Here's our brown categories as an overview. Creamy browns, red browns, purple browns, black browns, classic browns, and green browns. A little bit of information down here about brown being a very complex color that can have many different hues in it, and how different tones of brown have different eras of popularity with like design, interior design, and things like this. It says that cool browns were popular at this time in 1999, which, this is kind of like a cool brown color right here. Purple and black brown, I think that's true. That makes sense. What do you guys think about brown? I love brown. Brown is one of my favorite colors. I think I kind of might specifically like it because a lot of people don't like brown. So maybe I just want to be a contrarian, but I love it. It is cozy. It's all the things they said it was. I love it. I love wood, I guess is what it really is. I love natural things like wood and clay and dirt. There's those purple browns. Taupe. Purple brown is taupe. Beautiful photography here. Maple sugaring. It's like the process of making maple syrup. There's jars of maple syrup. Look at that lighting. More browns. Beautiful lighting in this window and this steam. You like boil sap. I've been to a maple syrup, not factory. It was like a small kind of cottage industry type of a place. But I have seen this process before, and it's very labor intensive, which is why it's so expensive. But isn't that beautiful? That like foggy light. I love that. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. Maple syrup on snow. I don't know why they're eating it out of a paper egg carton in this picture, but like maple syrup on snow, that's an up north treat. I don't know if I've ever actually had that, but I remember on Little Bear they do that. On the cartoon Little Bear, they eat they eat snow with maple syrup. I think and cream on it. They're snowed in. Maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, just imagine being snowed in with an anthropomorphic baby bear, and you eat snow with maple syrup and cream on it, and it's really cute. Orchids. How could such an exotic creature consider a humble windowsill a proper home? Wow. How in the hell do they grow all those orchids so beautifully that are like in Target or whatever, Meijer, Walmart, every grocery store? Everyone has these like beautiful, perfect orchids. How the hell do they do that? It's incredible to me because they're so fragile. Wow. Beautiful. Here's our orchid glossary right here, all different types. This is the type I'm most familiar with from like the store. And these ones too. But I do like these ones that have this kind of like victory bell shape to them, you know? Different types of salt. This article is all about salt. Beautiful, more beautiful. I mean, this magazine always has exquisite photography of things, of simple things, so beautifully lit, so like lovingly minimal, really focusing on the beauty of the raw materials. Really cool. These glass spoons are really cool. Yuck. There's been a lot of these. This was such an era specific like ad kind of concept, I guess. Is this sort of like blurry black and white photos. There was one in the beginning too. It's like, maybe it wasn't black and white. It was this one with a busy family eating some Crystal Light. Blurry, grainy photos, like old and timey, non-digital photography, specifically in black and white. That was really popping off in the late 90s. This is a Renews It home fragrance ad. It's not just air, it's atmosphere. You and your girlfriends are hanging out, drinking some big, huge, tall mixed drinks, and we are enjoying the sunroom and sniffing Renews It. Oh my god. The Reynolds wrap, ladies. Betty and Pat. Look at how this, okay, I love the way this ad is done with this like disproportionate like zoom in of this big huge hand with a gross stepped on sandwich and this other tinfoil sandwich. Everything is so like warped, like perspective is so warped. Isn't that so great? So funny, and they're so instantly likable. What a great ad campaign for something so boring. Reynolds wrap. There's our hero, Martha. Share the warmth of the season. Oh, she's like holding a dog in her big coat. There's that Tuesday morning Martha feature on CBS This Morning. 6 minutes that will inspire your whole week. So she was really doing this, like, was she doing this live? She went to the studio and did this live? Or was it like a taped segment? I don't know. That's quite the commitment, really. Again, mention of the World Wide Web. Your everyday program guide to Martha Stewart Living, television and radio, your everyday connection to Martha by mail. There's their website. Valentine's Day cookies. There was several Valentine's instructions throughout this magazine. Hey girlfriend, what is this? Your whispered life's secrets. You shared your dreams. You giggled together and talked of how things would be. The sight of her handwriting still speaks to your heart like a secret code. What is this? Current has just the right card. Oh, it's like a greeting card company. That special gift and message that says, "You're still my best friend." Interesting. More black and white photos. Remember what I was saying. Also, earlier in the magazine, we passed this very sentimental black and white photo, stationery ad. So this was really a thing. People who were reading this magazine were feeling very sentimental, feeling very interested in proper etiquette and card writing. That makes sense for a Martha audience, I have to say. So I love that. And this isn't even the last of it. Take a look at the next page. We're getting towards the end here. There's some little scattered ads for all types of things that a Martha reader might be interested in, including handwriting, like learning calligraphy, basically. Learn an elegant italic hand for letters, invitations, thank you notes, and envelopes. Wow, it's to teach you how to write in beautiful script with like a fountain pen. That would be kind of cool. What a skill to like keep going in 1999. Okay, last page here on this side is a little story, Remembering by Martha, A Time for a Change. I'll pan down this if you want to read it for yourself. I don't have time to read it right now, unfortunately, but I'm sure it's great. And on this side is a Got Milk ad featuring Garfield with a big, gross plate of lasagna, and he's like slurping and glooping milk down his face. And there's a shocked goldfish back here who's grossed out, just like I am. Lazy bones. Ha! My bones are growing because I lap up fat-free milk. You can't feed milk to cats. I learned that. I learned that when we got Chew. You can't do this. It's not allowed. It's not good for them. No. So, I don't know. I know that's probably not their intention here, but be careful the messages you're sending out, especially to people who are pet owners like Martha's audience, you know? She's a cat lady. She knows what you're supposed to do. On the back, very boring, very simple car ad for a Camry Solara with a leather interior. Any more leather might arouse suspicions. Arouse? Is that like a BDSM reference? This interior of this car and this oval, and that's all it is. Okay. Well, there you have it. Martha Stewart Living from February 1999. If you like this video, give it a like. It really helps me out if you do. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I always look forward to reading and responding to your comments every week. I'll see you all next week with another new video. So until then, take care.